How are you? I don't even want to go through it. I don't even want to. I don't even want to. But we're going to do it anyway. Oh, hey there. Hey there. Hey there. Welcome. Welcome. Again, I don't even want to do the intro, but I suppose I should because you deserve nothing less. So, welcome, weary traveler from Bizarre World. Oh, why is this so quiet? See, I don't like this. That's what I'm saying. See, I don't even think, well, of course, I was expecting to be here because I'm always here. But I don't know why it's not, I don't know why it's not working. What is happening? Hold on. Let me see what I'm doing wrong. Okay. Okay. What about now? What about now? Uh, no, everything's working except for me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Something is happening. Oh, see, there it is. There it is. What is it? I have no idea. But something is fucking happening. And it's happening for me. And I'm not even going to apologize for being late because I have a valid reason. I was getting cigarettes. Valid reason in my book. Look, if I would have blew you guys off to drink beer, I expect you to be mad at me. But I was late so I could have cigarettes. Not taking it back. Now, this is about the time where people start showing up anyway. So watch. I'm going to be right on time and everybody's in a mix. Okay. Thanks for popping in, cousin. Thank you for coming to the party pet. Yes, it sounds so quiet. Why does that sound so quiet to me. Hey, Ricky, does my shit sound normal to you? Like does it sound like it should? Okay. See, I don't I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. See, how does it sound? It's supposed to be working. Everything on my Star Trek board says it should be working, but it doesn't seem like it is. Can you hear my sound effects? Can you hear the sound effects? Because my Star Trek thing says you can, but only you know if you can. See, is my room tilted or is my hat tilted? Okay. Well, I can't hear me, but I guess you guys can. Oh, okay. See? Okay. Okay. See? It's just not working. Or maybe it's just not working because I can do this by myself. Okay. So, welcome everyone to the party pen. Okay. Anyway, welcome. How are you? I am your saint of awesome, your superstone sage, Saint Nikki Kethergrat, and I am great. No, I'm vulnerable. Although the guy that came in yesterday, what was his name? Something Pock. Anyway, we'll call him Pock. P-O-C. Like, not like chicken pox, but P-O-C. Pock. Man. Yeah. And he spelled his name all funny and shit. And Wheels knew exactly what it said. I was so surprised because it was in Greek and he could read it. And that was pretty awesome. And we read through a couple chapters last night. And we are on John 11. Oh, yeah. This is a great story. We find out so many secrets in this story. We do. So, everybody, come on in. Let me know what you're drinking, what you're smoking. I would love to know both of those things because I have cigarettes, coffee. I do have coffee, although I'm not drinking mega pints of Johnny Depp mega pints of coffee today. I am drinking a glass of soda out of a blender cup. That's how broke I am. I drink out of a blender cup and a Johnny Depp mega pint that I got for $1 at the thrift store. Anyway, I do have coffee and I just bought cigarettes. And I do have a chair with your name on it and also cat beds and canine space in case you brought your animals. I do have wild raccoons running around in my backyard. So please don't let your dogs eat my raccoons because I'll have to murder everybody. Do you have parking lot coffee? Laundry store coffee. That shit is the best sometimes. It's always so strong. Yeah. Mm. I'm trying to wait for a couple of people to realize that I'm on stream. Maybe I should share me out, you think? It might be a good idea. I don't know. Um, oh my God, I'm so loud. Uh-huh. Wow, that's amazing. Um, wait, what am I doing in life right now? Right now, what am I doing? Okay, we are going to go here. Damn, I got the hiccups for no reason. I'll delete my one from last night and post the one for tonight. And then this one. Wait, there. Right there. Wait, right here. Because why not? The trotters first might want to see stuff. Why are people messaging me this? They know I stream at this time. Why do people message me? Like, hey, I know it's your streaming time. Let me send you a message. I just need to learn to silence my phone, except for what if something important happens and I don't know it? Then I'll be the only guy left out at the party. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm trying to, uh, oh, people are here. Okay, cool. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention for a second. We are on book 2 of God Said What? We're on the section John chapter 11. So, I want to get started. Say, wait, say hi. Tell me what you're smoking and drinking. Cigarettes count. And also, I don't know. what you're drinking, what you're smoking, and your favorite color. How about that? Tell me your favorite color. And chat in the chat and interact and tell me your favorite color. Because next time there's a blind guy, the color I pick might be your favorite. I don't know how many more blind guys are left. I should have did that in the beginning. You pick the color the blind guy wants to see. Because I just make shit up. Like I want to see color green. Maybe he wants to see a different color. We should find out. So, now a certain man was sick, Lazarus of Bethany, the village of Mary and Martha. And it was the Mary who anointed the Lord with ointment and wiped his feet with her hair. Their brother Lazarus was sick, and the sisters therefore sent to him, saying, Lord, the one you love is sick. Keep in mind, this is the only person in the Bible, Jesus, something is said about Jesus loving him. It was not John the Beloved. No, it was Lazarus. And here in a little bit, they're going to be like, what about this guy? And obviously, they're talking about Lazarus because he's with them. And like, what about this guy? And he's like, if I want him to live forever, he'll live forever. But everybody thinks he's talking about John. But clearly, he's talking about Lazarus. Because Lazarus is the only one that he's brought back from the dead that hangs out with him. But we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Call that foreshadowing. Because we're not there yet. But we will be quicker than 2 jiggles of a jackrabbit's ass. Believe it. I just did ICP and Naruto in the same sentence. Anybody else notice that? I did, because I'm fucking awesome. Anyway. Man, more people need to show up, because this is so important. Look. People need to show up. This is so important. Like, this is one of the most important parts of the story of Jesus. Because it gives us insight to all the bullshit they tell in the other stories. Because it's so important. And I would like my live stream chat to be enlightened by this shit because no, they need to know. The people in my chat need to know what I'm about to say. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh man. Okay. Man. Okay. I am gonna shut my face and just go with the flow. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna keep going. People need to show up. Okay. So they came and they was like, Jesus, the one you love is sick. But when Jesus heard it, he said, no, he'll be fine. Don't worry. It's because God, you know, God knows what it God knows what he's doing. Yeah. Dad knows what's up. Don't worry. Now, Jesus loved Martha. Jesus loved Martha, her sister, and Lazarus. When he heard Lazarus was sick, he stayed 2 days longer. Oh my God, Jesus, look. He's like, oh, Lazarus is sick. Yeah, we'll be here. We'll leave on the weekend. Because Jesus is just like that. He's like, oh, he's sick. Nah, 2 days. It'll be fine. Don't even worry about it. And then after this, he said to the disciples, all right, we're going to Judea. And the disciples said to him, Rabbi, they want to kill you, and you're going to go there. And Jesus was like, there's 12 hours in a day. If anyone walks in the day, he does not stumble because he sees the light of this world. But if anyone walks in the night, he stumbles because the light is not given in him. The light is not in him. This he said, and after that, what? Oh, and then he continued saying, our friend Lazarus has fallen asleep, but I go that I may awake him from sleep. And his disciples were like, do you know what he's like when you wake him up? I'm not doing it. I don't know if someone's going to do it, but I'm not doing it because there's no point in waking that guy up unless you want to have a bad day. If you want to have a bad day, wake him up. I'm not doing it. And the disciples were like, me neither. They were like, Jesus, you have that. You have that. Whatever the hell he's going to do, you can have that. And we'll just sit back and not laugh. And we won't even tell you, told you so. Because we told you so. Look. And then Jesus had spoken of his death, but they were thinking he was literally asleep. When Jesus said plainly, look, Lazarus is dead. You don't got to worry about waking him up. That's not even your job. Shut up. And then Jesus was like, hold on. And then Thomas, who is called Didymus, said to his fellow disciples, let us go that we may die with him. And then when Jesus came, he found he had already been dead 4 days. Now, Bethany was near Jewland, about 2 miles away. And many of the terrible as God people came to Mary and Martha to spy on them. Console them. Mary, therefore, when she heard Jesus was coming, when Martha heard Jesus was coming, she texted Mary real quick, Jesus. Therefore, when she saw that text, she went to meet him. But Mary sat in the house. Martha, therefore, said to Jesus, Lord, if you had only been here, my brother would not be dead. Somehow this is your fault. Even now, though, listen, I know if you ask God, God will let you look, God, you're dead. And God the second will do whatever God the third asks him to do. And then Jesus was like, you're fine. Shut up. And then Martha said, I know that he will arise on the last day. And then Jesus scoffed and he said, I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me shall. Oh, he who believes in me shall live, even if he dies. And anyone who lives and believes in me shall never die. You believe that? And she's like, fuck yeah, I'm a juggalo. I got my hatchet. I never die. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. And then she said, yeah, I believe that you are the Christ, Son of God, even. He who comes into the world. And when she said this, she went away and texted Mary saying, go ahead, he's here and he wants to see you. And when she heard it, she arose quickly and was coming to him. Now, Jesus had not yet come into the village, but was still in the place where Martha met him. And these terrible ass God people that can't keep their big ass nose to themselves, when they saw Mary, they went out and followed her, supposing she was going to weep there because that's when they were going to jump out and forcibly sexy time her. I just made that up, but it's how these people are. They want to jump and they're bloodthirsty monsters. Okay, anyway. Therefore, Mary came where Jesus was, and she saw him and fell at his feet, saying, if you had only been here, it's your fault he's dead. And then Jesus saw these terrible ass God people who followed, also fake weeping. He was deeply moved in spirit for Mary, but troubled to see these terrible ass big nosed God people there. And then he said, where did you lay him? And they said, okay. And then Jesus cried. Look, Jesus cried for this man, Lazarus. Look, Jesus wept right there. I'm going to mark it out. Yeah, highlight it with my orange pencil. So Jesus wept for Lazarus. Jesus wept for Lazarus, right? So he was really sad that Lazarus was dead, okay? And then these terrible ass big nosed God people were saying, behold how he loved him. But some of them said, could this man who opened the eyes of him who was blind kept this man from dying? Couldn't he have done this? It's his fault he's dead. Yeah. Jesus, therefore, being deeply moved within, came to the tomb. Now it was a cave, and the stone was lying against it. And Jesus was like, move this. And Martha was like, you don't want to smell that. 4 days, dude. You don't want to smell that. And Jesus said, "What I say, believe in me and it'll be fine. Roll this." So they moved the stone, and Jesus raised his eyes and said, "Father, I thank you that you heard me, and I knew that you hear me always, but because of the people standing around you, or standing around, I said it, that they may believe that you did send me." And when he had said these things, he cried out with a loud voice, "Lazarus, come on." And Lazarus came out, bound head, bound head and foot with wrappings, and his lace was wrapped around a cloth. No, it was wrapped around with cloth. And then he said, "Get him right." Then, and then Jesus said to, yeah, let him go. And many of these terrible ass God people who had come to Mary beheld what Jesus did and believed in him. But some of them went to the other terrible ass God people and told them that Jesus brought Lazarus to life. Therefore, these terrible ass God people conveyed a counsel and were saying, "What are we doing? This man is performing many signs. If we let him go on like this, men will believe in him, and the Romans will come and take away our place and our nation." Lies. Anyway, but a certain one of them, Caiaphas, who was a high priest that year, said to them, "You know nothing, nor do you take in account what is expedient for you, that one man should die for the people, and that a whole nation should perish." Now, he did not say this on his own initiative, but being the high priest that year, he prophesied that Jesus was going to be unsubscribed from his own God's YouTube for the nation. And not for the nation only, but that he might also gather to the children together. What? And not for the nation only, but he might also gather together into one the children of God who are scattered abroad. So Caiaphas wanted to kill Jesus so everybody would get together and call God. I don't know. I don't know. But that is how you call God. You get all the people together at one time. Okay. Uh, anyway, so from that day on, they planned together how to unsubscribe him. Jesus, therefore, no longer continued to walk publicly among these terrible ass people, but went away from there to a country near the wilderness, into a city called Ephraim, and there he stayed with the disciples. Now, celebrate Dead Baby Day was at hand, and many went up to Jewland out of the country before Celebrate Dead Baby Day to purify themselves. Therefore, they were seeking for Jesus and were saying to one another as they stood in the temple, You think he's coming? Now, the chief priest and these terrible ass God people had given orders. If anybody knew where he was, they should report it that they might seize him. All right, give me 1 second. I think there's raccoons. Okay, it wasn't raccoons. Okay. Damn. Okay. So, yeah, that's right. That was the end of chapter 11. So, are you still here, cousin? Man, I thought for sure people would come. Well, usually everybody's here at this time. And it was only slightly late. Only a short amount of late. All right. Okay. I'm going to find the cigarettes. Hold on. Oh, yeah. By the way, I wanted to say thank you to the kind person that helped me buy dog food this week. I don't know your name, but you helped significantly, and the raccoons love it. We got them a kind of knockoff brand of kibbles and bits. Yeah. Normally we get them this beef flavored shit. But this off brand kibbles and bits, that's what they got this week. It's way more fancier than the beef stuff. Hi, welcome. We are on chapter 12. We're taking a smoke break. My cousin's helping his parents with laundry. But welcome. Chat in the chat if you feel like being friendly. I'll be friendly with you. You can smoke this cigarette with me. I'll share it with you. Man. I'll also drink soda with you. I got some soda. There's also coffee in there, but I'm drinking soda. I don't know. I've been on a soda kick lately. Does anybody get like that? Like where you need to just drink a soda? Son of a bitch. Hand me a drink. I don't know why that song is stuck in my head. Okay. All right. Let's go on to chapter 12. We'll see who shows up. Okay. Jesus, therefore, 6 days before the celebrated dead baby day, came to Bethany, where Lazarus was, whom Jesus had raised from the dead, and also cried over. He actually cried over this man. He was more to Jesus that he cried for him. Okay. But anyway, Lazarus, who Jesus raised from the dead. So they made him a supper. Okay. This part is very specific. That's why I wish people were here. Can we will them to be here? Like, please. CNA Productions, Drunken Wizard, Pock, Red Feather, Firefly, Neil, or any of them here. You know what? I'm about to raid Miss. I hate even doing that, but I'm gonna have to because I want to know where Neil and CNA are because they should be here. Because I wanna. Oh, Abby the Spoon Lady is live. Man, show more. Yeah, what Deb? What is her name though? Oh, it's okay. It's Deb something, right? There she is. Yeah, why isn't she live? Is she not live anymore? Why isn't she live anymore? What the hell is happening? Damn, I don't know where to find people then. Man, damn. Okay, well, I'm reading it anyway. Miss Mud Duck isn't here. Well, she's doing. Yeah, well, let me put it right here. Where is everyone? Ricky, are you still here? Oh, there are people here. At least one other person. That's cool. Okay. So, we're going to do chapter 12. It's so important. Okay. Jesus, therefore, 6 days before celebrate Dead Baby Day, came to Bethany, where Lazarus was, whom Jesus had raised from the dead. He also cried over and loved him. But okay, we'll just say Jesus raised him from the dead, but he also loved him and cried over him. So they made him a supper there, and Martha was serving. But Lazarus was one of those chilling at the table with him. Very important. Mary, therefore, took a pound of very costly perfume of pure nard and anointed the feet of Jesus and wiped his feet with her hair. They foreshadowed that because they made that seem like this already happened. Okay. Anyway, and wiped her feet with her hair. And and the house was filled with the fragrance of the perfume. But Judas, one of his disciples, who was intending to betray him, said, "What? We could have sold this shit. What are you doing? We could have given the money to poor people. Poor people, that's right. We could have given this money to poor people. But here you are, wiping Jesus' feet with it. Are you crazy?" Now, he said this because he was concerned about the poor. Oh, he did this not because he was concerned about the poor, but because he was a thief and he had the money box. He used to pilfer what was put in it. For the poor, you always will have poor, but you will not always have me. The great multitude, therefore, the great multitude of these terrible ass God people learned he was there because people are snakes. And they came for Jesus' sake. Oh, they came not for Jesus' sake, but they came to see Lazarus, whom he raised for the dead. But these terrible ass God people took counsel that they might put Lazarus to death also. Okay. Because on the account, many of the many of these terrible ass God people were going away and believing in Jesus. On the next day, the great multitude who had came to the feast when they heard Jesus was coming to Jewland, they took branches of palm trees and went out to meet him and began to cry out, "Hosanna, Brek Shep Adonai." Even the KOI, they were calling him the King of Jewland. And Jesus, finding a young donkey, sat on it like it's written, "Fear not, daughter of Zion," which is the city of David, by the way. It's now called Bethlehem, but okay. "Behold, your king is coming, seated on a donkey's colt." But the other ones, it was a donkey and a colt, and he sent people to get it. But we're just going to ignore that fact. Okay. We're just going to ignore that. Wait. Okay. These things his disciples did not understand at the first, but when they bailed out on Jesus, they remembered these things were written of him, and they had done these things to him, and they realized they were cowards, and they all unsubscribed themselves from God's YouTube. Except for that's not what happened. That is what should have happened. But that is not what happened. What happened was, wait, what? And they had, oh, they realized what had been written about him when they began to understand after he was unsubscribed from his own dad's YouTube. And also, the multitude were with him when he called Lazarus out of the tomb and raised him from the dead, were bearing witness. For this cause, the multitude went and met him because they heard he performed this sign. The Pharisees said to these terrible ass God people said to one another, you see that you are not doing any good. Look, the world has gone after him, and they'll keep going after him, you fat big nosed son of a bitch. That's not what that said. That's not what that said at all. Now, there were certain Greeks among those who were going to worship at the celebrate dead baby day. These, therefore, came to Philip, who was from Bethsaida of Galilee, and began to ask him, we want to see Jesus, dude. And Philip came and told Drew, and Drew and Philip came and told Jesus. And Jesus said, the hour has come for the Son of Man to be glorified. Here we go. We're about to do some shit. About to do some big shit. Okay. Jesus said, okay. Because listen, I'm telling you, unless a grain of wheat falls to the earth and dies, it remains by itself alone. But if it dies, it bears much fruit. Okay. Now, here we go. This is so important, and I wish people were here. You know, why is it every time it's something important, nobody comes? Makes me feel depressed. Like, I need to foreshadow better or something. I don't know. Not even Wheels is here. You know what? I'm going to message Wheels right now. That's what I'm going to do. Because I would like him to be here. Okay. Let me do that here. Oh, that hurt my chest. Uh, 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 uh. Let me do it here. Let me know. Yeah. Okay. Do it here. Okay. So I I wish people were here. Let me will people to be here. God, let people be here. Need to hear this. Man. All right. Wait. Okay. And the first thing certain Greeks they wanted to see him. And Jesus said, okay. He who loves his life loses it. And he who hates his life in this world shall keep to it eternal life. If anyone serves me, let him follow me, and where I am, there my servant also. If anyone serves me, the Father will honor him. Now my soul has become troubled, and what shall I say? Father, save me from this hour. But for this purpose I came to this hour. Father, glorify thy name. And there came, mm, then there came, therefore, okay. And there came a voice out of heaven that said,
I am God the second. No, that's not it.
I, listen. Mm, I am awesome. And people tell me I'm awesome. And I'll be awesome again. Don't worry about it.
okay, mm, why? Okay. Oh, that's why. Oh, now I get it. Okay. Now I get it. Okay. The multitude who stood by and heard it and were saying that it sounds like thunder. And another one said, no, it sounds like trumpet. It's too happy. No, I don't like that. An angel spoke to him. How about that? It was like thunder. And Jesus said, this voice has not come for my sake, but your sake. Now, judgment is upon this world, and the ruler of this world will be cast out. Can't happen fast enough. And if I be lifted up from the earth, will draw men to myself. But he was saying this to indicate the kind of death which he was to die. The multitudes answered and said, we have heard out of the law that La Christe is to remain forever. And how can you say the Son of Man must be lifted up? Who is the Son of Man? Jesus. Listen, he said, for a little while longer, the light is among you. Walk while you have the light, that the darkness may not overtake you, because he who walks in darkness does not know where he goes. While you have the light, believe in the light in order that you may become sons of the light. That's what they call the angel soldiers, sons of the light. These things Jesus spoke, and he departed and hid himself from them. But though he had performed so many signs, he has performed so many signs, but they were not believing in him. That the word of Isaiah the prophet might be fulfilled, which spoke, Lord, who has believed our report, and whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? He only has a right arm. See what I'm saying? The arm of the Lord. Why do they only give their God one arm? That's crazy. God, I'm sure you have two arms, but why are they explaining you with one arm? It's been one arm this whole book. It's been one arm this whole book. Okay. For this cause, they cannot believe. For Isaiah again, he has blinded their eyes and hardened their heart, lest they see with their eyes and perceive with their heart and be converted, and I heal them. These things Isaiah had said because he saw the glory. He saw the glory and spoke of him. Nevertheless, many, even of the rulers of these terrible ass God people, believed in him. But because the Pharisees were not confessing him, lest they should be put out of the synagogue, for like Mormons, they love the approval of men rather than the approval of God. And Jesus cried out and said, He who believes in me does not, hold on. He who believes in me, he who believes in me does not believe in me, but him who sent me. The one who beholds me beholds the one who sent me. I have come as a light to the world, that everyone who believes in me may not remain in darkness. If anyone hears my sayings and does not keep them, I do not judge him. For I did not come to judge the world, but to save it. He who rejects me and does not receive my sayings has one who judges him. But the word I speak is what will judge him. For I did not speak my own initiative, but the Father. But the Father himself who sent me has given me commandment what to say and what to speak. And I know that his commandment is eternal life. Therefore, the things I speak just as the Father told me. Dun, dun, dun. Welcome back, cousin. I just finished it. Oh, and tomorrow's thing, they definitely got to be here for. I wish people were here. This is crazy. People are usually here, especially by now. We're getting ready to say goodnight. What's happening? Nobody came. Like, literally, nobody came. That's crazy to me. Not even that guy from yesterday came. The one who had the Greek name. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. Well, cousin, I guess we're done for the night. Nobody's showing up. And plus, tomorrow, people definitely need to be here. And I need to be on time and know how to waste a couple. Oh my God, that pill's kicking in. So you want to have a smoke break with me before we say goodnight? I guess so. Okay. Let's, but you know what? No offense to anybody, but that was easy to get through. Hmm. That was easy to get through. Which I need to learn how to do that when there's people here. Well, you eat that brownie. I wish I had a brownie. Oh, I have a coffee cake. I have a coffee cake. Maybe I can have a coffee cake. Man, I kind of wish that guy from last night would be here. What's his name? Oh, Lobros? Wait. No, he had a different name. Oh, what was his name? Pock. Something Pock. He was really good on the Bible thing. Well, at least he seemed like he was good at the Bible thing. Okay. What's happening? Okay. So, what did you do today, cousin? Oh, sorry about that. Mm, man, I'm feeling so sad. Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband died from cancer. Aw, man, okay. I don't care about this shit. Mm, man, I don't know why I'm still wanting people to come in. I'm about to get off here anyway. Ah, but I wanted to smoke the cigarette with you, cousin. How did your contract things go? When's your next wedding? And I've got a good YouTube name for you. Just call yourself Mad Preacher and write in all big letters. And you don't even got to separate the words. Just be Mad Preacher. All one word. Or you could do it like I do and just put the in front of it. The Mad Preacher. So nobody else can take your name. And I mean, like, copy your account. Hold on. I'm a woman, very social woman with people. No, wait, I don't want to do, and I'm not very social. I'm social with you. I'm social with my YouTube, but I have social media things, but I don't really use them. I just post my videos on them, which I should be more active on social media, you know, wanting to people to watch my live streams. But I did all that fancy shit when I was making videos. And I started going live, and people were coming and going and coming and going. And usually people start popping on when at the same time I went live, is when people start coming in. But when I go live at 10:15, people don't show up till 10:30. And yesterday, people showed up at 11. But it's 11:47 and no one showed up. Well, except for you, Ricky. But sometimes I feel like you're obligated because we're family. No, I said that wrong. Sometimes I think you do it because you feel obligated because we're family. That's how to say it. But just so you know, none of my other family ever shows up here. The party pen is not family friendly. Maybe I should start saying the most unfamily friendly church on this side of the universe. Yeah, maybe I should start get a warning. I need to do my intro, redo my intro video. Yeah, I'm outgoing. Yes, this is a very good place. It's good for your mind. It's my story and I'm sticking to it. This shit is good for my mind. And it's a good guilty pleasure for people to have because, listening to a story makes people feel good. Which, speaking of people watching stories, I've been watching heartwarming videos about millionaires saving kids and shit. I've been watching them for fucking day and a half. But before that, I was watching the stories about animals saving kids and animals saving people, and all the stories end with like a happy ending. And it's like, oh, that's so bad that didn't happen. Because some of the stuff you feel like should happen to people, but it don't. You know what I mean? It's terrible. But it's nice to hear some of those stories having a nice ending. Well, turn on hot water and get it steamy. So then the smoke sticks in the steam. So the smoke sticks to the steam, and then you really hotbox them. But let the water get steamy and then smoke it. Yeah, it's a whole it's a whole thing. I think tomorrow might be shower day. I'll get my hair washed. Yeah, that's a good idea. Get my hair washed. I hate washing my hair though. It's like my least favorite thing because Dustin has to wash it for me. And well, that being a pro shit is because I know I knew a lot of ghetto fucking people. But be careful doing that because you could get too hot. Yeah. And make sure you do it with the shower, not the bathtub. Like, get the shower real hot and steamy and then go in there and smoke a joint. Yep. But be careful again, it gets way hot in there. Take some water. Man, I should go in Deb's chat more often, is what I should do. I need to be in her chat more often because she's not live anymore, and it's like, why? Nah, I'm kind of worried about that lady. Well, I bet Ricky and Mickey, I they're old enough to have a lot of contacts with good shit. You know what I mean? They've been around that area for a long ass time. But I know Saturday we're going back up to Michigan because we got dog food. I had a very generous donation to my Cash App for some dog food. So that was cool. So I stocked the party pen back up on weed and cigarettes, which I went and bought today. And Saturday, I'm going to get other things that the party pen needs. Yep. But I also have to remember to get butter because I don't have any butter, and butter makes everything better. Like, butter makes absolutely everything better. I can't believe it was a decade ago. What was I doing a decade ago? 2015. Damn. Oh, I was just getting out of prison 2 decades ago. No, a decade ago. I was just getting out of prison. Actually, this year, April, will be exactly a decade I've been out of prison. Wow. I can't believe that. Holy shit. That means almost 2 decades ago I got sober. Now we could call it 2 decades. Yeah, almost 2 decades ago I got sober. Damn. It's amazing. Yeah, I don't think I was there for all of it. So I'm sure you feel a lot worse than I do because I really wasn't around him. Except for the reason his face is fucked up. The reason his face was all fucked up is because he was playing frisbee with my dad and ran directly into a tree trying to catch a frisbee. Yep. And I haven't seen him since then. And that was almost 3 decades ago. I had to be like 8 or 9 because Josh wasn't even born yet. CJ was still kind of tiny, and Alan and me were in grade school. I say Alan and I were in grade school. Wow. I can't believe it was that long. Yeah, that was about the time he was around. He was really skinny. and he had that red hair, like Carrot Top, before Carrot Top was even a thing. Damn. Damn memories, man. I wouldn't say a lot of memories with that guy. There's a lot of them that I can't even remember. But I remember the frisbee shit thing because my parents were real fucked up about it. I don't know, back in the day he was a redhead. And well, actually, he always wore a bandana, but his hair always looked like it was red. He had but I know that whole running into a tree thing face first was playing frisbee with my dad and my mom because apparently frisbee was a thing back then. I know frisbee golf like is a thing now, but all right, let me look. It takes my messenger so long to load. Yeah, it was like that, only it looked red to me because he always had it under a bandana. Is that your mom in the middle? No. No, that's Veda, ain't it? Right in the middle, right there. Or is that Aunt Nolly? It definitely doesn't look like Veda. Damn, who the fuck is that? Is that a guy or a girl? It's a girl. She has your mom's cheek. Is that Veda? Who is that middle person? Because it looks like your mom. Well, kind of. You can see your mom's face and this lady's face. Who is that? But I'm telling you what, all these people look the exact, they have all the same face. All of them. And is that man Gerald? I don't know, maybe not. Damn, you can see Ricky's ribs. Man, he always did look hungry. That is exactly what she looked like, and that's Uncle Jim, ain't it? Hey, and don't say it's fucking Aunt Wanda. I don't remember that far. And I thought Aunt Wanda was fatter than that. I thought she was a big lady, but I guess not. Could that have been Myrtle and not Wanda? Right, that's what I'm saying. Is that Uncle Jim right there? Because Uncle Bill was already in Detroit by that time, right? I thought she was fat. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that Aunt Myrtle? Okay, okay. Then it probably is Wanda. We just don't see the bottom of her. Okay. Wonder whose baby that is. It's your mom, ain't it? That little baby. It's gotta be your mom. Uh-huh. I see your face. You got some weird. Oh. Yeah, that's a picture of your dad's shoulder. Okay. Okay. I'm close. Oh, little Alan. Ah. Oh, Jim's son, Alan. Oh, yeah. You know what he told me one time? You're so pretty. If you wasn't my cousin. I'm like, ew. Yeah, I was on the photos you sent me. I was looking to see if you sent more, but you didn't. And then I realized there was more pictures when that X-ray of your dad's shoulder. Yeah, I know that's Uncle Jim. But I was talking about this little baby down here. He told me one time, if you wasn't my cousin, and in my head I'm thinking it wouldn't even matter. Wait, what's happening? I know. I see that now. Yeah, I can't get over Ricky's hair though. He looks like a thrash metal singer. Like he should have a metal t-shirt on. Like a heavy metal band t-shirt. Man. Ricky looks like he belongs as a bassist in some hard rock band. That hair's fucking wild. You remember when, well, you wouldn't remember when Kiss had hair like that, but Kiss used to have hair like that. Ace Frehley? Yeah, I could see that. He definitely wasn't a greaser for sure, because man, that hair. And if I knew how to do it, I might be able to get my hair that big. Wouldn't that be some shit? Your mom could have hair that big. Man, she keeps it tamed. Yep, they keep getting younger, but I stay the same age. Oh, no, wait. It's I keep getting older and they stay the same age. Like that kind of high school hippie. No, I'm just kidding. That's a Matthew McConaughey thing. Yeah. Well, you have, it seems like your dad's style hair. Your dad used to have long ass black pretty hair. Oh, he had the prettiest hair. He sure did. And I think you got your dad's hair, your mom's face. If I go crazy, will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side with my superhuman, my kryptonite. Yeah, and I hope it's all long and flowy like it used to be. Man, your dad had the prettiest hair. And man, I imagine her dad having, yeah, but your dad should grow it back out and look like a samurai. Look like an old school samurai. Shit. Shit. Shut up. Okay. So, are you ready to go to bed, cousin? If I go crazy, will you still call me Superman? All right. Good night, cousin. I love you. All right. Hitting the outro.